Hey guys, I'm back. So, we will be doing a really good recipe today. It will be vegan burgers. So stay tuned for Cooking with Farmers episode 4. Right, so we're going to start off with our tempeh burger. But first things first, we need to prep everything, the tedious part. So first, shallots. Put it down here and just cut. Cut it carefully, don't cut your hands, and just a rough chop. Doesn't need to be anything too special. Garlic right here, your garlic. Garlic brings the meat together, brings the tempeh together, it makes it taste really, really good. So just cut it off roughly. It doesn't need to be too fine, because like I said, everything will go in the food processor, so just chill out, Thyme. Perfect. So I got all these things aside. So we got our tempeh over here. We're going to use tempeh because it's honestly one of the best forms of vegan protein. Really nutritious, high in protein. So just cut that open. Just take it out. This is about 250 grams of tempeh. So this can make up 2 patties. 2 nice beautiful patties. And we all like our burgers double, right? So here, just cut it into blocks. So you gotta cut it really, really fine so that when it goes into the food processor, it easily blends and breaks up, So just slice it down, slice it down, slice it down. Just like that. Nice, few chunky blocks. Perfect. So now, here, take the food processor, open it up. So once you're done cutting everything, just chuck everything into the food processor, like that. Okay, nice and even, put it down. Right, now we're gonna do seasoning. So, got the salt and pepper, just a pinch of it. Salt and pepper. Nice. Enough. I got about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce over here. I'm gonna throw that in, just all around. I've got a mixture of barbecue sauce and maple syrup. Why? Well, I like the smoky flavor of the barbecue sauce, and the maple syrup is a vegan option to honey. Honey is not vegan, by the way. So maple syrup will give that nice, sweet, caramelized flavor towards the patty. So here, I'm just gonna throw that in. I'm going to reserve some, just for the tasting, later. And last but not least, flavor it with some thyme. So I'm gonna pick up my thyme, just run my fingers through it. Just pick it all out. Run my fingers through it. So, for the thyme, right? You see the leaves over here? So you see the thyme over here, you want to see the leaves are pointing up, you want to go downwards in this direction so that it comes up nice and clean. Add about 4 sprigs of thyme and then you're good to go, then we can start blending it. You need olive oil. So this will hold everything and bind everything together. So open the olive oil, maybe about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Alright, sweet. Put that aside. Here, processor lid. Lock it in. Now, when you are blending this, make sure you put it in pulse mode. You don't blend it all the way. So you pulse it up so that everything will mix and combine and incorporate together. So 1, 2, 3, go. So slowly just keep pulsing it. So every now and then, open it up, pop up the lid, take your rubber spatula, just push it down. You don't want it to be too fine so that it has some bite and some structure, but you want it to be able to be fine enough where it's able to hold into a patty shape, so that it's a burger patty. So you want it to at least be in some form of patty form. And for example, if you feel that your mixture is too wet, you can just throw in a bit of flour, bread flour or regular flour. If you want to be even healthier, you throw in some oat flour. It will hold the patty up real nice when you're shaping it. It makes your life a little bit more easier. So push it back down, close the lid, and continue blending. So I feel that my patty is a little bit too wet, so I'm gonna just maybe put something to a binder together, So I got some bread flour over here. I like bread flour, high gluten, high protein, because we're all about the protein, right? Sprinkle that about. Don't put too much, just sprinkle a little bit so that it will help bind it up. Take your spatula, push everything down. Flatten it out. Dust it off. Right. Pop the lid back up. Here. Yeah. So you can see it's all coming together now. It's becoming a nice little mash. So it's gonna be good. Alright, I think we're done. So pick this up. Take a bit of this filling. Look at that. This is the kind of texture you want. It's not too fine, it's just nice and chunky, So it mimics like a burger patty, whereby like the really chunky ones where it just breaks up, right? It's something like a sloppy joe, but not a sloppy joe. So put it in your hand, then shape it. So it has to be pretty padat lah. So it has to be quite firm and quite dense. So you shape it up, then there you go. Voila! Look at that. Beautiful. Take a look at this beauty right here. Pure 100% vegan. Love it. Put it down and then keep doing for a few more times, get all this done, don't waste it. So once you're done shaping your patties, look at this. Beautiful, right? Once you're done shaping it, put it in the fridge and then let it cool down, let it settle, let it just harden up a bit. The coldness of the fridge will help it retain its shape. Else when it's warm, it's moist, you start to break down. You don't want that. Alright, so we are ready. We shaped the patties already and really put it in the fridge to chill out, just to make sure they settle in. So now we're going to get started on the sauteed mushrooms. So first things first, your knife, the garlic. This one you want to mince them really, really fine. So just cut this up. Depending on how garlicky you want it, you can cut as much garlic as you want. I believe there's never too much garlic. It's just me, but it's up to you. Okay, some people like it a little bit milder, some people like it a little bit stronger. So, you play around at your own pace. Keep mincing your garlic, right? So keep it nice and minced. Right, now we get started with the shallots. Okay, so I want you to dice your shallots. So this is a little trick. Cut it in half and run your knife right through it like this. Right? Here you go. 1, 2. Just fine. And then you just cut nice in front. You get nice little dices of onions. You reach towards the end, just flip your onion upside down and sauce. So you get diced onions like this. Do it for the rest. All you need is just one shallot for this. But if you want to add more. If you have a big party, just cut more. Play around with it. Then you got the sliced button mushrooms over here. This has already been pre-sliced. You can get it in a pack that's already pre-sliced, or if you want, you can always just slice it yourself. I don't need to show you that. So yeah, put it right here. Okay, so I think my pan is quite hot already, so I'm gonna take some oil. I'm gonna drizzle the top. This good. Here, take a pan, just swirl it around. Let it chill out for a bit. If you see it starts to smoke, you're ready to fry. Yep, it's smoking already, so take all my garlic and shallot and just slide that in. So you gotta keep frying it until it's fragrant, you know? You can feel the fragrance coming out. Do not fry it for too long until it becomes like brown. You don't want that. You want it to just be nice and translucent, especially the shallots, right? So you can take a look at this right now. If you take a look at the pan, you see this is how I like it to be. From here, put all your mushrooms in. Stir it around. Show you one back. Now this is the important part. When it's a little bit more brown, that's when you add your seasoning, so that the salt will kind of like extract all the heat out. Lower down your heat a bit. Lower down. A bit high. Then you season. Salt and pepper. Then you just stir it up. Eventually you see all the liquid come out because of the salt. The salt acts as an isotonic, so it will help like release all the water from the mushrooms and all that. So yeah, just keep frying. If you cook it and it's not ready, it's not done yet, it will be a little bit more like a strong little mushroom taste, a little bit of bitterness, which is not really nice, you know. So you want it to be fully cooked so that it has a nice umami flavor that comes out from the mushrooms. Now, to add a bit more flavor towards the mushrooms, so you're going to add a bit of thyme. So here, just take some thyme, sprigs, just sprinkle on top. I personally would like to keep cooking this until the liquid kind of reduces, so that it has like a nice little thick sauce that glazes all over the mushrooms, you know. It tastes really, really nice. So increase the heat and let it simmer for a while. So now you can see that the liquid has reduced and now the mushroom has a really, really nice glaze to it. Look at that. Nice glaze, thick. You know, it won't make your burger buns very soggy. It will just be really, really nice. So from here, take it off the stove, turn off the heat, and put it in a bowl, and then you put it aside for later. It smells so good right now. So now we're going to get started on frying our burgers right now. So first things first, as always, turn off the stove, medium heat, medium, okay. Oil. The pan is quite hot because we fried it earlier. We fried the mushrooms earlier, so now from here, just stir it around, coat the whole pan, and then simmer. As you see it smoke, that's when you can drop in your patties. So the patties you're gonna like roughly cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. That's a roughly thing because I do it by observation. So I see the patty, I look at it and see whether it's cooked, or when it starts to really lift off the surface, you know it's okay. So now pick it a bit more, need it to just smoke. Perfect. You can see the oil starting to bubble. Carefully pick up your patty. Drop it in. Push it aside. If you have a bigger pan, that would be great because you don't want them to be in contact with each other, one another. Drop it in. Make sure the oil coats everything. You can increase the heat a bit. And remember, 5 minutes, about 3 minutes each side, flip. Then 3 minutes on each side, flip until you get a nice golden brown, you know, a nice crispy golden brown. Tempeh can get really, really crispy when it's fried, so you have the nice texture. You know, you see. Alright, so our burgers are like nicely cooked already. We're gonna turn off the heat. You're gonna take your spatula. Use two. Sorry, this pan is a little bit shaky. Scoop it up. Pick off the little bits. Scoop it down right here. You can. Okay. Here, take a bun. Okay, so you're gonna take your burger buns, take a spreader, some margarine, bam, right on top. Do the same on both sides. Turn on your stove. Low heat, remember. Low heat. You just want to toast the buns. It's only going to take about 10 seconds to 20 seconds, not long. On top. On top. So, while waiting for that, put this aside. Put my burger patties aside. Pick up your tomatoes. Cut a few slices for yourself. 1, 2. Turn off the stove. Yes, exactly, precisely how I want it. So, remember, see, tomatoes first. Get our baby kale. Top it up with some baby kale. Side. Excellent. The burger patty. Beautiful. Saute mushrooms. Top it on top. Alright. This on top. And some red Russian microgreens. Cut off some microgreens. Top it right on top. From here, spread some mustard on the bun. Nice and even. You don't want it to be too much because the mustard flavor already comes from the microgreens. So you don't want it to be too strong. Some ketchup. Take it, spread it right on top. Right here. Voila. Got yourself a vegan burger with sauteed mushrooms. This is my lunch. Thank you for joining us today at Babylon Vertical Farms. This is Cooking with Farmers, episode 4. Oh wow. Very good stuff. To hit the subscribe button, like us. If you don't like it, dislike us. Send in your comments. Tell us what you want, and we will get to it. See you again next time in Cooking with Farmers, episode 5.